Hello again, everyone. Todd Michael Putnam here from D&D Creative Table Designs, bringing you another adventure table idea. And this one is the Trial of the Tritons. The Trial of the Tritons. And really what I was mostly attempting to do in this particular build was just to see how varied of a landscape I could create in an underwater setting. Just so that it's not all, if you get down underneath the bottom of the ocean, how do you make it interesting? How do you add stuff that gives it a dynamic terrain feel? And so I'm just going to go through some of the things that I did. On top of some of my Todd tiles that you can get off thangs.com for free, the STL files you can get for free, and then you 3D print them yourselves. On top of them, I put some Dwarven Forge caverns, basically to create underwater cavern systems. Okay, natural underwater cavern systems, and of course, you can put all kinds of crazy stuff in here, whatever you want. I put, an octopus and some kind of basically a nightmare type fish thingy, and all kinds of rotten stuff in there. So and same thing I did another cave system over here, the natural entrance to it. And then there's a Triton in there, and then there's also some fish. The overwhelming majority of these minis, by the way, are from WizKids. So if you're looking for these minis, you want to head to WizKids.com and see if you can find them there, or Amazon, or wherever else you buy your minis from. So if you're looking for the minis, that's where they come from. And then on top of that, I had a ship that was broken in half, something that obviously sank from the surface. But instead of falling into one whole piece, when it hit the bottom, or whatever destroyed it, broke the ship in half. That's from Zitterdes.com. It's a hard foam company. They make very detailed products. You just have to paint them up, and they're hard foam, so they really store well. But that's Zitterdes, Zitderres, I think. Yeah, Zitterdes.com. And so that's what I had there also, basically a crashed ship. And then up here, on some more elevations, I have basically like a temple type thing. Something going on up here, something that used to be some kind of a holy site for the Tritons or the mermen or whoever used to originally have this site, but the bad guys have, of course, taken it over, because it's not as interesting unless the bad guys own the property you're after, right? So there's some kind of a temple going on there, which could have some kind of a magic thing going on. You could always put a curse going on, or an augury, or anything like that. And then another similar situation over here, where there's like a pseudo throne room, probably some sort of a religious site, but again guarded by one of the bad guys. And this is on the outside, though. It's just as you're swimming along. It's not inside of a cavern or anything. It's just there on the terrain floor, just like buildings and stuff are there in everyday life for us. And then I also had like a number of creatures. Like this is a flail snail. I love that thing. It's a flail snail, and he's of course crawling from the bottom of the ocean. But what makes interesting for something like that is if when the players are encountering him, there's no reason while they're fighting that you couldn't also bring in a shark or some other big nasty creature swimming in from above, and that can attack them from a different altitude. So you could always bring somebody like that in and swimming down, and now they've got two opponents, one that they can sort of kind of pin down, and another that they can't, that can outswim them. So that just makes for an interesting tactical type situation. Of course, I put in some coral reefs, which you just go to Amazon.com and look at your aquarium decorations, and you find some large colored reefs and stuff, and those are fantastic. Those really flesh things out nicely. And then lastly, I have, after going up a few more levels, basically trying to vary the topography a bit of the ocean floor, then you've got, and I apologize because I can't remember the name of this guy, but he's essentially a fish genie. He's sort of like there's air genies and fire genies and stuff. I can't remember what this guy's name is for the life of me, and I'll put it in the video. But he's like the guy that you can come talk to, and he can give you information. And obviously, he's sitting inside the ruins of some kind of larger building that saw better times, either before there was an underwater earthquake, or some other natural disaster, or maybe some kraken came along and destroyed it, whatever the case may be. And of course, he has his own personal guards, which are a pair of water elementals that you wouldn't actually see unless or until they begin attacking you. And if you have played World of Warcraft and these guys look familiar, that's because they are, in fact, World of Warcraft water elementals, the same kind that frost mages use to summon up as pets. I can't remember where I got them from. I think there's some kind of a board game or something that came out in like 2004 or 2012 or something. I don't know, whenever it was. But there are some few minor World of Warcraft miniatures out there, and those are two of them that I snagged real quick. So that's the basic idea behind just trying to get some variation in the topography. The battle mats themselves are all from Warzone Studios. Yes, Warzone Studios, warzone40k.com. You can go. The big battle mat is from them, and then also these. Pardon me for the camera work. These 24 by 24 inch ones are from the same company. And this is the same print as the large one, but unfortunately the coloration isn't the same. The 72 inch by 48 inch battle mat, you can see it's got a darker texture to it, but it's clearly the same print. It's the same idea that they've got going on here, but for some reason it's not exactly the same tint to it. So unfortunately, it doesn't match as nicely as I would have liked it to. Having ordered it from the same company, I think they probably should have matched that. But for whatever reason, they didn't. Maybe it had something to do with the materials that makes a difference, because the large mat's vinyl, and the 24 by 24 inch mats are cloth. So that could account for the difference in color variation between them. But that is it. That is the trial of the Tritons, just trying to create a varied underwater seabed and a variety of adventures that encounters that the heroes could go and see, whether it's inside natural caves, outside at like shrines or whatever, or inside broken ruins, or of course along the open floor of the ocean itself, around the outside of sunken ships. Whatever it is, there's a variety of different types of encounters that you can create on the floor of an undersea type adventure. So thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the videos, and I will see you guys again next adventure. Take care. Bye.